Oh, that's better. Let's make sure that that's not on. And let's make sure that this is plugged in. All right. Mm, let's see. Okay. So we are live. Welcome to this live. And it is February 11th. And we are live in it on February 11th. So I'm going to wait until the algorithm kicks in. With only 188 subscribers to this channel, I'm doing my best to get this channel in front of as many people as possible so that I'm able to grow this channel and talk about trading and some other things about business that are quite important. And in doing so, my intention with this is to bring together a community of Gen Xers like myself who are serious about looking for another stream of income that they're not having to go out and look for clients or do work that normally they would have to do for hours and hours to learn or years and years to learn. So trading, yes, it takes a while to learn. Don't get me wrong. And by the way, this is not financial advice. This is not financial I'm not representing any financial company. I do this on my own. This is my own day trading. These are my own mistakes that I'm going to share with you, which I want to get out of this drawdown. I want to get out of these mistakes. And I want to be able to make these videos so that you can see, hey, she started here and it wasn't great. And then she moved and she progressed. And this is how she did it. And these are the things that make people on YouTube want to subscribe more. But it takes a while, like anything, it's not going to happen tomorrow. I wish it would in a lot of ways because, um, my lifestyle is that I need it tomorrow, right? So a lot of us find ourselves in this space as Gen Xers that we are really in a very fragile area. We are not valued in the marketplace. AI has taken over everything, and this government, as far as we know, is getting away with basically everything illegal. And once they are getting investigated by federal judges, once they don't get their way, then they flip it and they say that the federal judge there's something wrong with the judge. Okay, if they don't get their way, then they start to throw a hissy fit and they blame it on everybody else. So this is a really big time in our history. Um, it's going to redefine and reshape what America is. And in that time, we have to still make money. We have to pay our bills. We have to buy food. And that's a scary part. When there's no money coming in, there's no food. When there's no food, there's no rent. There's no rent, there's no roof over your head. So this is a big thing. And I hope that you are all doing very well um, inside of all this. It's for me, I really try to tune out as much as I possibly can because it is extremely stressful and I have a lot of anxiety over what's happening with the women's vote and the fact that if we've changed our name, we can't vote anymore, which is illegal. It just a lot of things are coming to light and it's scary. So today we're talking about my trades. which were just as scary, actually. And I'm going to go over um, what that means, for me and for this channel. My intention with this channel is to get it to 10,000 subscribers. And I know people have like, oh, I did so well with just 1,000 subscribers. I'd really like 10,000 Gen Xers to be following me. And I'd love to have a way to have a community with these people so that um, we can talk about, what is the issue that they're having with their trading. Granted, I've only been trading since July of 2024, and I've made some decent wins. I had some really good moments when I first started trading the S&P, but then I started trading micro Bitcoin, and it's really taken the confidence out of my sales, to tell you the truth. Even though it's highly volatile and oh, it's so easy to trade. It's really not so easy to trade. And um, according to what I'm seeing in our economy right now, we have a lot of problems with our economy that are coming up, and this is going to take it out on all of us who are trading. So it's a good time to learn because you're learning in the hardest time. I think it's a good time to learn because you're learning in the time um, when when we're changing rules and things are becoming um, just it's like insanity. You've got two people running the government who bought their way in. One bought their way in, and the other one is just like along for the ride, but he's actually running the show. So, and they're not being discreet about it either. They're just showing up, you know. Um, so for those of you who are like me, who have worked their asses off all their lives and now are finding themselves to be in a space of not employable, and we have to figure out what we're doing in AI, and now we're finding different ways to make money. I am learning how to trade because I can take that skill and I can trade, different modalities, different products, COMEX, futures, spot, you know. So I'm going to share my screen with you here, and I'm going to show you my trades from today. They are not stellar, I will say that. They're not good. I'm not happy with what I did today, not at all. And it's because I didn't follow my rules. And I followed the rules up to a certain point, and then I didn't follow the rules. And so, you know, I don't know what to say about that. Sometimes I don't follow my rules. I can just say that I just don't do it. So I'm going to share, let's see, I'm going to share a window. I wanted to share a window, application windows. Let's just see if I can share application windows here. I don't know. Yeah. Let's see. I don't know how to do this. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I don't want to share my desktop. I do want to share the window here. I think I can share this. I wonder if this is nope. I don't think I can share that. I think I can share this though. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, let's just see here what it looks like on YouTube. I don't know what it looks like on YouTube. So hopefully I'm doing the right thing. Yep. Okay. All right, cool. So we're not, hey, hey there. We're going back here. We're going back here. So let's see. How do I show meeting? And then I guess I can share. I don't know if I'm sharing the right way here. let me just see on my YouTube what I'm doing so that I can see how I'm going about this. And I'm going to do this. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yep. All right. So I take all this stuff down and we're going to, there we go. All right. So here's what we've got. We've got the MGC, which is the micro gold contract. And we're trading micro gold contract on the futures. And this is the 4 hour, but I want to bring your attention over to, and I don't know if I can write on this, annotate. I think I can. I think I can. Right over here. 4, 8, 12, 16. Yeah, 4, 8. This is about where we were trading here today. And you can see it's a bullish engulfing. It's right here, it's a bullish engulfing. And then we have a bearish engulfing, right? So we started off in Tokyo with a bullish engulfing. Let's see, 4, 8, 12. Yeah, this would be Tokyo, this would be Tokyo and then London and then New York. All right. So that's basically like the end of Tokyo into London, end of London into New York. And these two are mainly New York. And then here we go back into Tokyo right here at the 4 hour. This is the cutoff. So we just started at 3 o'clock, so about 3 hours ago, and we're down. And you can see there's a longer, let me see if I can open this up and make it bigger. Hold on a second. Yeah, there we go. So you can see right here, we have a long buying wick down here, just like we did on this one. But you can see that it's kind of like we have these long buying wicks, but nothing's really happening. Like we're staying in this same channel. And we're right here at the 61.8 area where it's just kind of meandering around. And this is where the market's just not making sense to anybody. And it's like, okay, well, we're going to just keep hitting this area because we don't know where else to go. So it's deciding, it's the, buyers and sellers are deciding, okay, where do we want to go? You can also see the mouth here open on the Bollinger Bands. So you can see a kind of bubble and a bubble forming. And that bubble forming is similar to what you see right back here, where it's more like, it looks like kind of a big, huge river going into a small part of the river, going into another big, huge part of the river. So there is an area here that is just kind of a dead zone, like it's not doing anything. It's not moving from 29.25 much more than, I don't know how many what percentage is that? I have to see. I bet you that's maybe 0.3%, you know? But let's take a look at the 30-minute here. And you can see on the 30-minute, this is where I made a lot of mistakes on the 30-minute today. I did end up losing. I went in short and I went in long and I wanted to go in short. And I went in long, and here's the reason why. I'm going to stop sharing for just a second. I went in long because on my Thinkorswim, I had actually, no, it was Thinkorswim, or was it this? I think it was my PSAR on my prop firm that showed an arrow going up. And yeah, and then I looked at the Thinkorswim, and on the RSI, it was going down. And so I was like, oh, okay, well, the PSAR says up, RSI says down, so one of the things that I've learned in trading is that when I look at the RSI indicator going down, it usually has a double in a double arrow. Like the RSI will have an arrow first going down, and then the PSAR will flip and it will have the next arrow going down. So the RSI happens like maybe 2 bars in front of the PSAR. And that's what happened today. And it happened at when was it? It was right here. Yeah, it happened at 6:30 on the 6:30 candle. It was a down candle, and then on the 8 o'clock candle, or the 7:30 candle, it was an uptrend. It was a big up, and big, I say, relatively speaking. This candle was 10, it was 10 pips or 100 pips. So I think there are 1 pip to every 10, or 10 pips to every one, right? Is that, or is it 1,000? I forgot. But anyway, it opened at 29.50, 29.25, and it closed at 29.32. So, we're looking at $7-8, right? But the thing is that when I looked at this candle, and you can go back onto the 30-minute and you can look at this candle, and you can see on the MGC 30-minute at 7:30, or excuse me, 9:30. I'm on Pacific, 7:30 my time, 9:30 Central Time. You can see that candle is the largest bull candle of the whole day. Everything else is just kind of like meandering into this area of 29.28. So I didn't look at the double tops and the double bottoms as much, because the candles were so short, and they kept on getting shorter. We had 3 dojis in a row, and then we had some shooting stars and a hammer. It was just like, it was a mess. And it was because Powell was talking, and he's talking tomorrow too. So when Powell talks to the Senate, it definitely stops everything, because they want to know what's going on. Right now, we have an overflow from what our previous administration, who was sane and had some kind of consistency, unlike this administration, they have, created a pretty decent off ramp for our markets. S&P was up during that whole time. It went up huge. We had and huge meaning there was a big influx of traders into the S&P, learning how to trade on prop firms, because it was in such good shape. You could definitely make some great gains on that. But now we have a very scary economy that's going to become very scary with these tariffs. We're looking at, Canadians are being told don't come to America and stay because of the tariffs. And I'm sure Mexico will have the same thing. More Mexicans probably don't want to come to America at all, ever again, by the way they were treated. But this is where we're at. And so it's causing a lot of friction in the markets. Right now, we have a PSAR on the downside, on the 30-minute for gold. I'm waiting to see if this is going to go back up and hit, like, just bounce against that 29.28 and then come back down. By the way, I don't know if anyone is actually on the live. So I'm going to create this as if people were on this live, because that's what I want. So let me go back to sharing my screen here, because I think it's important that you guys know what is potentially going to happen here. Let me just share this. Okay. So I don't know why. Oh, yeah, it's sharing, right? It's sharing. Perfect. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, there we go. It is. I'm right next to where it's showing. Okay. So on this, um, on this chart, what I'm looking at here on this 30-minute chart is this is going down, and we have a long, it's pretty much of a hammer. It could be an evening star here, but we're looking at a lot of uncertainty in this market right here. This is consolidation, no distribution whatsoever, just consolidation, waiting, hanging out, and seeing what Powell is going to say for tomorrow and then how if interest rates will be cut. I highly doubt it based upon the current economy. It it is still strong from the previous administration, but of course that can weaken very, very fast. Bitcoin is on the same kind of trajectory, and so people are moving over to the forex market and trading euro USD because the US dollar is losing. Um, and when you devalue the dollar, um, it tends to cause some major problems in the marketplace. We've had that happen before, um, during the Bush administration and during the Reagan administration. Every Republican devalues the dollar so that they can, blame everybody else. But what they're really doing is just uh, not playing correctly. Um, and I got to be careful with what I say because God only knows who they're coming after, and free speech. I don't think that's going to be a part of any more of what we're about. Although hopefully Midas Touch and Littig and Karen Agnofilo and those guys will, defend us. But there's only so many of them. We'd love to see this happen where, felon 47 would go to prison, but they took too long to indict him. In the meantime, here, um, what we're getting at is on this channel, I talk about my trades for the day. I go live, and the goal is to get to 10,000 subscribers so that I can create a community of people who really want to learn how to trade. I'm going to share that with them, what I'm learning, how I'm learning, the rules I'm breaking, my rules, how I'm learning the rules, how I'm learning to continually keep my rules in check when I get all excited to get into the market in the morning, and how I learn this and what I'm doing to make myself better as a trader. So that's the whole point of this. And if you are here, thank you for coming. I don't know if you are here because I don't see. I'm going to stop sharing. I don't see anybody on the chat, but either way. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. And I'll be sharing tomorrow's trades. If in fact I do not trade tomorrow, I'm still going to share what I did in the market, if I did anything at all, or what happened in the markets. And that's how I'm going to go about doing this. I'm going to learn from sharing my thoughts on the market, and I'm also going to learn from all of the training that I'm doing from my coach. So you can go to the link in the live, and I'm going to change the description because the description keeps coming up wrong, but I'll change the description. I'll make sure that you have the link to go to my site, and you can see who I use for my mental trading, who I use for my actual trading as a coach, and some of the other things that I use for mental acuity to keep myself not only calm and ready, but also cognizant of what I'm doing, which sometimes I don't think I am as much as I'd like to say I am, because I get into these trades that are crazy. So I'm going to try to end this drawdown, and that's my goal. And I'd love for you to share this out. And I hope that I can make it to 10,000 followers soon. All right, you guys, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow on the next one.